Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Mindset with Mary podcast. If you're ready to manifest a life you truly love and stop putting your goals and dreams on the back burner, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Mary Jo Rember, life and mindset coach, here to help busy, outgoing women turn chaos into clarity, burnout into badass, and self-doubt into unstoppable confidence. Each week, I'll be here to share powerful mindset tools, manifestation strategies, productivity hacks, and no-fluff confidence tips, all with a touch of spiritual baddie. So grab your favorite drink, press play, and let's rise and manifest together. Hey. Okay, let's dive in. If you are craving more abundance, but often find yourself overthinking the process, second guessing yourself, and then feeling burnt out after taking so much action, today is going to be the episode for you. So for many years, I struggled knowing which direction to take when it came to my goals and dreams. When it came to losing weight, I didn't know what plan to choose from. And then I would try a plan and I would work my ass off and then find myself stuck and not getting anywhere and completely burnt out. Same with growing my business. I would find a strategy online and I would use that strategy and then overwork myself, burn out, and then not show up online for a long time, which really didn't help my business because I was wanting to create trust and be able to, share value and all the things. And people don't buy when you're not showing up. And so what I found time and time again is that I was so lost on which direction to take, overthinking everything. And I have seen so many women in my programs do the same thing. They come in and they're like, I don't know what my niche is. I don't know what course I should take. So many things. Just not sure which step is the first one to take. And then finally picking one. And it having to be the one that makes you do the most work. You burn yourself out and then give up. So if this is resonating with you, I am so excited for today's episode because this is going to really help you start to shift your mindset. Before we dig in though, I am so excited to announce I'm opening enrollment to my Badass Babe Manifestation Mentorship. This is a hybrid program with not only one-on-one coaching, but also group coaching with a bunch of women who are also on this journey with you, wanting to create more and be able to fit it in a short amount of time. So this is exactly why I created this program, because inside what you're going to get is you're going to get a 5-step manifestation blueprint to attract your goals without burning out. You're going to gain clarity, confidence, and the mindset to finally follow through. You're going to be able to start making empowered decisions and feeling like they are the right path for you. I'm going to teach you a simple, repeatable strategy that you can literally use for any goal, as well as teach you productivity tips that are going to help you collapse time and start getting results so much faster. You're also going to get consistent accountability. You're going to have me in your back pocket so that when you need help setting boundaries or need help taking action, or maybe you get stuck overthinking the process, you get to reach out and have me there to support you along the way so that you can move forward with ease and flow. And because I know you're busy, the time commitment is seriously just 4 to 6 hours a month. That's it. And of course, there are optional meditations that you can do at your own pace. But of course, when you meditate, you're going to gain so much time back. Again, that's optional though. Okay. Along with the program, you're going to get 3 monthly one-on-one calls, 1 monthly group call, a library of subconscious reprogramming tools, and a step-by-step course to keep you rewiring long after the coaching program. I truly believe that your goals are so much closer than you think, and I'm here to help you make that happen. And if you're feeling called and want to learn more, go ahead, book a free consultation, and we can see if the program's right for you. You can do that by going to calendly.com/MaryJoRember/free, or you can check out the link in my show notes. Alrighty, let's dig in. The very first mindset shift that you want to make if you're wanting to achieve more abundance in life is simply, I am the kind of person who sees that she is inherently worthy of success. When you are working towards your goals and not seeing your inherent worth, it's like standing in front of a vending machine with $20 and clicking all the buttons, but never putting the money in, and then wondering why the vending machine isn't working. The value was there, but you missed the most critical step, which was seeing that the value was there. The value was already there. The money was in your hands, and you're doing all the things. You're following all of these strategies, right? You purchased the Instagram course or the Pinterest course or whatever it may be, but you still don't see how valuable you are without those things. You think that there's something else outside of you that is going to make you more valuable, and unfortunately, that is just not the truth. The vending machine doesn't work. God, the universe, your inherent worthiness doesn't work and create success and results for you if you don't see it. When you don't see your worth, you're seriously just missing the mark. You're missing the first step in the process. And it's hard to get clear on what you want because you're not tuning into your inner wisdom. You're tuning in to what everyone else thinks. And you're clicking the buttons and not putting the money in. And it leaves no room for discernment. It leaves no room for reflection and evaluation from your own wisdom. And if you're listening to this and you're like, well, I'm not very wise. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, you are. You are inherently worthy, which means you are inherently wise. Everything that you need is within inside of you. And if you're not seeing it right now, if you're like, well, I'm not very smart, or I'm not very capable, or I'm not this, that, or other, that's where you're missing the mark. And when you finally see your worth, what's going to happen is that you're going to start creating so much more abundance. You're going to start standing firm in who you are and trust that you're inherently worthy simply because you exist. So just for a minute, I want you to think about this. If you 100% knew your worth wasn't earned, how would you be showing up differently? How would you be treating your goals and dreams? And just sit with it. What comes up for you? If you knew you were 100% worthy, what shifts? Because instead of questioning why things aren't working out for you and blaming the circumstance, like this isn't going to work out, I can't do this because of XYZ, or I just don't have enough time because of work and because of all the things, or I just don't have enough money because this, that, or other, instead of being stuck in the circumstance, you take yourself out and you would look at what you need to be and who you need to be to adjust to what you are attracting into your life. Because if you're stuck in the circumstance, you're going to keep attracting that same circumstance. If you're stuck and you continue to see only the results of your circumstance, you will stay stuck and you will continue to attract more stuckness over and over and over again. When you see your full worth, you're going to start choosing love over fear. You're going to show up. You're going to start asking yourself why, or you're going to stop asking yourself, why is this happening to me? And instead, you're going to say, why is this happening for me? When things start to go wrong in life, you are no longer going to be like, hey, this sucks. I'm stuck. Why is this happening to me? Why every time I'm just on the verge of breaking through does this happen? And then using it as an excuse to stay stuck. You're going to say, why is this happening for me? Why is God putting this in front of me? What do I need to learn to move into the next step? And trusting that you are inherently worthy, because if you can see that you are inherently worthy, you will know that the challenges that come your way are there for a reason. And you're going to take them head on, even though it feels uncomfortable. And if you're wanting more support in this and maybe even feeling alone because you feel like maybe your husband or your partner isn't doing it with you, or maybe your family members are like, yeah, whatever. And you feel alone in the process, please, please, please don't feel alone. I invite you to join my free community, the Badass Babe Manifestation Hub, where you're going to get instant access to the self-love mini challenge course that is going to help you feel more confident. You're going to get access to the 5 steps to manifesting a badass life, as well as the productivity on purpose masterclass, which will help you start to learn how to collapse time. You're also going to get weekly motivational audio drops, and then just get to be a part of this community and celebrate yourself as well as celebrating the other women in there with you, so you can start to co-create and feel more empowered. Okay, moving forward. The next mindset that you really need to take on if you're trying to create more abundance in your life is, instead of thinking, I don't know, or what if it doesn't work out, start to believe that I am the kind of person who makes empowered decisions. I know so many people who are like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do next. These are just people in my everyday life. And it is mind-boggling to me now that I've started to become more aware of just using the term, I don't know, how many people say this. And every one of those people who have said, like, I catch them saying it over and over again. And of course, these are just people in my everyday life. So I'm not like out there being like, oh, you shouldn't say I don't know. Like, I'm not here to coach them, right? I listen to them. That's what I'm doing. I'm not here to coach them, unless, of course, they say no. But of course, what I've recognized is, as these people continue to say, I don't know, over and over and over again, they don't make decisions. And when they do, they carry the weight of the world with them. They end up making decisions based on how they assume other people feel. And unfortunately, that leads to living a very confused, very unfulfilled life. And if you're wanting more abundance and you're wanting more purpose and fulfillment, it's time to step into the identity and mindset of, I am the kind of person who makes empowered decisions. Every time you're like, I don't know what I want, there's so many options. It's really like just reinforcing to yourself that you're not capable of making decisions. Every time you're like, I think I better ask my husband. I think I better ask my boss. Every time you do that to yourself, you are reinforcing that you are not capable. And baby girl, you are. And trust me, if you have a decent partner in life, they're going to be wanting you to make better decisions. And so is your boss. And so are your kids. And so is everyone else around you. Not trusting yourself to make empowered decisions is what I like to call shit or get off the pot energy. And I'm not kidding when I say that. It is literally shit or get off the pot energy. It's like you'd rather be anywhere else, but instead of making an empowered decision, you choose to stay stuck. It's like, you know what? I'd rather just hang out on the pot all day long. I'm going to sit in the bathroom. I'd rather not figure this out. I'd rather not enjoy my life. Girl, you're so much more empowered than that. And it really, really, really takes the mindset shift of, I don't know, to actually, I trust myself. I don't need to make the decision right now, but I do know, and I'm going to give myself time to really consider all of the options. So instead of saying, I don't know, say, I'm going to figure this out. I'm sure the answer will come. Even if you say, I don't know yet, is still so much better than telling yourself over and over and over again, I don't know. What if it doesn't work out? Because when you start asking yourself questions like, what if it doesn't work out? Your brain is literally going to compile evidence of all the reasons it's not going to work out. And then you're not going to freaking feel motivated to take the action to move forward. Start asking yourself, why is it going to work out? I do know, I'm just not sure yet, and I will figure it out. And when I do, I'm going to feel so damn good about it. And it really takes like 1 to 3 times to start making these decisions, to start to learn and build trust in yourself. And even if you make the wrong decision, it's okay, because you're going to take on the mindset of, and here's the third mindset that you need to take on, is I'm the kind of person who is not afraid of failure, because failure plus lessons learned creates success. It's okay if I make an empowered decision and it doesn't work out, because I am not afraid of failing. Because if I fail, all that does is give me wisdom on what to do next. In working with a lot of women over the last year or so, what I've recognized, especially the busy, outgoing girls, so much like me, you're working all the time, career, business, family, hobbies, you're doing all of the things. I've learned that we tend to see failures as a waste of time. And because of that, what we tend to do is we look for the quickest, fastest, easiest approach, or we completely avoid failure. Completely avoid it, because we are so afraid that we are going to waste time. Is this sounding familiar? For me, what this has looked like in the past is I have tried programs like 21 Day Fix. And not to say that's a bad program. I love it. It's just the mindset I had when I first started that program was probably not in the right space. And so I took that program thinking that was going to change my life in 21 days. And then what I learned is after that 21 days, shortly after, I gained the weight back. It wasn't a long-term result. I was trying to hurry and get the fastest result possible to avoid failure. And I avoided intuitive eating over and over and over again, because I was like, nope, that's the long approach. That's going to take me forever. I need quick, fast results right now. And so I kept doing the quick, fast results, and it took longer and longer and longer and longer. And when I finally said, you know what? I'm okay if losing this last 5 pounds takes me however long, I can't remember, a year, 2 years, I can't remember now. I tell the story and I forget it. Anyways, long story short, long story longer is what my husband says. He's like, you always say long story short and then it's longer. And it's funny because my friend Ashley always says it too. She's like, long story longer. And I'm like, that's what I need to say. Basically, I'm just saying, back to the moral of the story, I went on a tangent. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that you might keep getting stuck and not manifesting the abundance that you want in your life because you are trying to avoid failure. You're trying to avoid the approach that you know deep down is the approach for you. But your ego is like, it's going to take too long. So you keep going with the approaches that are not authentic or intuitive. And then it ends up taking longer. And I want you to think of failure like this, because failure with wisdom and action, right? Like failure plus wisdom plus action actually equals a productivity hack. I like to think of goals like pancakes. Sometimes the first few are going to come out like, who knows what? They're going to not be so pretty. They're going to be messy. But after a while, they start coming out so much better because you get a hang of it. You figure it out, right? Like the intuitive eating for me. Like, it was so messy at first. I had no freaking clue what I was doing. The first few pancakes were super ugly and messy and scattered. And the funny thing is, and here's bringing it back to worth, they still tasted fantastic. The worth was still there. It was just a little messy. But then, after intuitively eating time and time again, what happened is I became really good at it. I stopped living my life consistently thinking about food. I used to think about food all day long. Couldn't stop thinking about it. I remember being a kid and we'd get in the car and I'd be like, where's the snacks? I don't do that anymore. I haven't done that for like a year. I get in the car and I'm like, I'm excited to look out. I'm excited to enjoy my life. Food does not control my life anymore. And that's really cool, especially with someone who has ADHD and is constantly looking for the next dopamine hit. So, I just really want that to settle for a minute. Like, just recognize if there are areas in your life that you're trying to reach a goal and you keep trying to find the quick approach. You keep trying to avoid failure, even though you intuitively know deep down the right approach for you might be the long one, but what would you prefer? Long-term results or short-term results and frustration and stuckness? And I really just want it to sit. Because I know that empowered part of you knows this. And instead of turning that empowered part down and turning up the ego, I really want you to tune in to the soul. Let her speak louder and guide your process. Okay, so I just kind of want to go over those 3 mindsets that you want to take on. And I promise, if you can start to really rewire your mind to believe these 3 things, abundance is going to come flooding in because you are going to be so in alignment with it. So the first one is, I am the kind of person who sees that she is inherently worthy of success. Okay, remember the vending machine. You have $20 and you're pushing buttons, but you're not putting the $20 bill in. Where in life are you treating yourself like that? The worth is already there. You don't need anything outside of you to create worth. Once you see your worth, abundance comes flooding in. Okay? All right, the next one is, instead of I don't know or what's not working or why is this not working, really stepping into the mindset of I am the kind of woman who makes empowered decisions. I am the kind of woman who makes empowered decisions. I really want you to start recognizing, are there areas in your life where you keep asking for validation and guidance from people that you really don't even want that guidance from? Or maybe you do want their guidance, but are you making decisions to make them feel comfortable, or are you making decisions for yourself? Okay, you are the kind of woman who makes empowered decisions. You are also, and then the third mindset, you are also the kind of person who is not afraid of failure, because you know and understand that failure plus wisdom plus action taken is what creates success. The more you know what doesn't work and you take action differently from that, the more success you're going to create. And I want to give you a quick little example. Maybe there's an area in your life. Maybe you have an online business. Maybe you have a business, like a brick and mortar business. And there's some approach or some form of marketing that you keep putting so much energy and effort into and you're not seeing results. Use that failure as a lesson learned. What can you learn from that? And how can you move forward differently to create more success? Okay. And if you're wanting to really start to rewire and believe that you are this kind of person, this is what my program is really about. It's really about helping that busy, outgoing woman know without a doubt that she is capable of making it happen, that she's capable of simply sliding in those goals in her busy day and reaching them simply because she is inherently worthy of success. Please know that if you need help and guidance with this, that this is the work we do in the program. This is the work I help my clients with, and I can truly help you start to reach your goals with less energy because you're really starting to rewire these new thoughts, emotions, and energy to align with what you truly want. And if you're curious to know more, please book a free breakthrough call and we can chat and see if this program is right for you. I currently have 3 spots open. It's limited. And if you're wanting to get started, we start on September 9th. Make sure you book that call and let's get you in and let's chat. Okay, I love you with my whole heart and soul. I will talk to you. Oh, real quick. If you're listening to this not in real time and you're like, wait, September 29th has long come and gone, because I know that sometimes I'll go back and I'll see that people are listening to older episodes. Please still apply. Please still apply because it's worth getting yourself on the list because this program will be relaunching soon. So get your booty on the list, go book a free consultation call and see if it's right for you. Okay, I love you with my whole heart and soul. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so grateful to have you here. If you're new, hi, welcome. I cannot wait to have you come back and learn more. If you have been around, I just want you to know I'm so grateful. Thank you for helping me spread this message. I love you. Bye-bye.